One night, one mistake. I crossed the line with my boss, and my husband found out. The phone rang at 2:14 a.m. The sound cut through the darkness like a blade. I remember the light from the screen, white, cold, merciless, lighting up my husband's face beside me. His name was still on the screen when he picked it up, Ryan Carter, my boss. I froze. He didn't speak for a few seconds. He just listened. Then his eyes turned toward me, flat, unblinking, unreadable. He hung up. The silence that followed wasn't empty, it was heavy. He whispered almost to himself, "You should have at least deleted the call history." And then he got up. Calm, controlled, too calm. He walked into the bathroom. I heard the tap running. Then, just the quiet rhythm of water hitting porcelain. When he came back, he wasn't the same man. His eyes were something else now, stripped of warmth, stripped of us. That was the night my marriage stopped breathing. It was supposed to be a harmless celebration, a corporate success dinner. Laughter, drinks, congratulations. Ryan had offered me champagne. I'd accepted too many. He was charming, always had been, smart, powerful. The kind of man who made you feel seen in a room full of noise. And I had been feeling invisible for months. I don't remember what started it. A joke, a touch, a whisper that lingered too long. I remember my reflection in the bar mirror. Flushed, reckless, someone I didn't recognize. Then I remember waking up in his hotel suite. Sheets tangled, shame everywhere. The panic didn't come right away. At first, it was just denial. It's fine, no one will ever know. I went home, showered, looked at my husband making coffee, and smiled like nothing had changed. But it had. I could feel it. The weight of what I'd done sat behind my ribs like a secret infection. For days, I played the perfect wife. For weeks, I convinced myself it was buried. Until the night Ryan called. Until the night everything unburied itself. After that call, my husband, Mark, didn't speak to me for days. He wasn't angry, not visibly. That would have been easier. He was methodical. He still went to work, still smiled at the neighbors, still kissed our daughter goodnight. But he wouldn't look at me. Then the small things began to change. His wedding ring wasn't on his hand one morning. He started locking his phone. He began staying out late. Meetings, he said. I started to wonder if he was doing what I had done. Maybe he was getting even. Maybe that was fair. The guilt was eating me alive. Every glance from him felt like a mirror I didn't want to face. Then I noticed something. His quiet observations. The way his eyes lingered on my phone. The questions he didn't ask. He was investigating me, silently, perfectly. And I realized he already knew more than he was letting on. It happened a week later. He asked me to sit at the table after dinner. The tone in his voice was terrifyingly calm. He placed a folder in front of me. Inside were printed messages, screenshots, hotel receipts, even the photo I didn't know existed, me leaving the hotel the morning after. My breath caught in my throat. He had known for weeks. He had waited. "You thought it was a secret," he said quietly, "but secrets always leave fingerprints." I tried to speak, to explain, but nothing I said mattered. He didn't shout, he didn't throw things, he just looked at me like I was already gone. "You lied to me," he said finally. "You lied every day after it. That's what I can't forgive." Then he stood, took his car keys, walked out. The sound of the door closing was louder than any scream. The next morning, he was gone. His clothes, his toothbrush, even his watch, gone. But what remained was worse. An email from him sitting in my inbox. No words, just an attachment, a resignation letter, filed by him on my behalf. He had sent it to my boss, Ryan, and in the CC line, HR. The document read, "Effective immediately, I am resigning due to inappropriate conduct with a superior." He didn't ruin me publicly, he just erased me. When I called Ryan, he was silent. He'd already received a call, from HR, from legal. He was under review. His tone was cold now. "You said your husband didn't know," he muttered. "You lied to me too." That was the last time I ever heard his voice. 2 men destroyed in one night, one by betrayal, the other by trust. And I stood in the ashes, the architect of my own collapse. It's been 6 months. The divorce papers came last week. I signed them without a word. Mark never came back home, never called, never looked back. Sometimes I see him from my car, at the park with our daughter. He looks lighter now, calm, free. And I wonder if he ever loved me the way I loved him, fiercely, selfishly, destructively. But then I realized something colder. He did, until I killed it. I once thought betrayal was a single act, a night, a mistake. But it isn't. It's the silence after, the lies you keep to protect yourself, the mask you wear while pretending everything's fine. I wear that mask now, perfectly. People see me and smile. They call me strong for moving on. But every night when the house is quiet, I replay that phone call, the sound of my husband's voice when he said nothing at all. Because that silence, that cold, empty silence, was the moment I lost everything.
How could you do this?